Viewers, welcome to this video on mathematics. Actually, this is Rue Maths Academy. We intend to offer content right from Form 1 to Form 4. And actually, if you have not subscribed to my channel, you can do so by hitting the subscribe button so that you can get more videos as they come. Alright, so we have 3 questions here that I'm going to do. The first question comes from the topic of similarity and enlargement. The second one comes from the topic of indices, but it will also embed the concept of simultaneous equation. And then the last one, which is not the least, will also come from the topic of quadratic expressions. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. The first one reads, two similar cylinders have total surface areas of 45 centimeters square and 20 centimeters square. If the larger has a mass of 81 grams, find the mass of the smaller one. It's given 3 marks there. Okay, so the first thing I need to put across before we start working on this problem, you must remember the concept of linear scale factor, volume scale factor, area scale factor, and also another one, mass scale factor, because sometimes if you're not given the volume, you can be given the mass. Like in this question, you're given the mass as 81 grams. Okay, so I just want to highlight those concepts as I proceed to do the problem. We have linear scale factor is squared is equals to area scale factor. That's very clear. And the linear scale factor cubed is equals to volume scale factor, which can also be equal to mass scale factor. Just to put it clear like that, so that you can see that when you have linear scale factor squared, you get area scale factor. When you have linear scale factor cubed, you get volume scale factor, which can also be ratio of the masses of two similar objects. Right? So from there, we have to take the question as it is, and we're looking at the parameters given. We have the surface areas of the two similar cylinders given as, so we can take the area scale factor as 5 over 20. Okay, it's always good to simplify so that you can get the simplest form of the ratio. So if you divide by 5, you're going to have 9 over 4. Okay, that is area scale factor, and you can see this is like 3 over 2 square, so we can actually determine the linear scale factor by getting the square root of area scale factor, which is going to give us a square root of 9 over 4, which is 3 over 2. So we have linear scale factor is equals to 3 over 2. Alright, going back to this problem here, you can see we say that linear scale factor cubed is equals to volume scale factor, which can also be equal to mass scale factor. So if you cube linear scale factor here, which is 3 over 2 quantity cubed, you're going to get 27 over 8 as the cube of linear scale factor, which can also be equal to mass scale factor. But looking at this problem, you're given that the mass of the larger cylinder is 81 grams, so we relate this is the largest of all, so we equate this to 81 over some mass that we don't know. Okay, so this is the mass of the smaller cylinder. So when you equate and solve, you're going to have 27 m is equals to 81 grams times 8. So you can divide both sides by 27, divide both sides by 27, and now mass will turn out to be equal to, when you divide by 27 1 by 27 3, so you're going to have 3 times 8 grams, which is 24 grams, and that's the answer. Okay, so make sure you remember the concept of linear scale factor and how it is related to area scale factor, and how it is also related to mass and volume scale factor respectively. Okay, over to the next question. We are told that find the values of x and y in 2 to the power of x plus y times 3 to the power of 4x minus y equals to 648. I just want you to recognize the fact that this number on the right hand side cannot have a perfect base. without splitting. So that means that we look at this 648 and we get the factors of 648, and these factors are, if you take by 2, you're going to have 324. You go by 2, you're going to have 162. If you go by 2, you're going to have 81. And from here you can now go by 3. We are extracting the factors from the number. So 27 by 3 you get 9, and by 3 you have 3, and by 3 you have 1. So you can see that 6 can be 2 to the power of 1, 2, 3 times 3 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 3 to the power of 4. So we can equate now these two factors, and you can see clearly that this is a 2 which also corresponds to this, and this is a 3 which corresponds to that. So we shall equate the 2 and then try to equate the powers, and then solve for x and y, right? So we have 2 to the power of 3x plus y times 3 to the power of 4x minus y. Actually, I'm writing what we have on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side, instead of writing 648, we get 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 4. So it's a matter of comparison and now equating. So you can say this compares to this, so the powers also equal to that. So we can say 3x plus y is equals to 3. Then we have 3 to the power of 4x minus y, we equate to 3 to the power 4, and since the bases are equal, powers are also equal, we have 4x minus y equals to 4, equation number 2. So here we have two system of equations which we are going to solve using elimination method, right? So if you add the first and the second equation, you're going to have 7x equals to 7, and so this one shows me that x equals to 1. If x equals to 1, picking the first equation, we have 3x plus y equals to 3. So if you substitute x equals to 1 here, you're going to have 3 into 1 plus y equals to 3, and y is nothing but 3 minus 3, which is equals to 0. So you have x equals to 1 and y equals to 0 as solution to this problem, right? We have simplify the following expression: 3x squared minus 4xy minus 5y squared over 3x squared minus 75y squared. So to solve this problem, you need to remember the concept of factoring the quadratic expressions, and we'll start with the numerator. You have 3x squared minus 14xy minus 5y squared. Okay, so we need to look at those factors which will give us a product of this and this, which is minus 15, and sum equal to minus 14. So if you do your maths, you are going to get that those numbers are 1 and minus 15. So that when you multiply this, you give you minus 15. When you add them, you get minus 14. So without further ado, let's now pick them and substitute here so that we can factor. So you have 3x squared minus 15xy plus xy minus 5y squared. So we can factor what is common here. You can see we have 3x which is common, so we're going to x minus 5y. Then we have, okay, plus what's common here, it's y. We have x minus 5y. So we have 3 plus y, and we have x minus 5y. So these are the factors of the numerator, right? So I'm running out of space here. So we have denominator, which has 3x squared minus 75y squared. Just want you to remember that you can factor 3 out and you are left with the difference of squares. See, 3 into x squared minus 25y squared. And since these match this form, a difference, we can factor them by taking the square root of this first one and the second one. So 3 into x minus Okay, we can start with a plus 5y, then x minus 5y. So this is what forms the denominator. So we can take now numerator over denominator. Initially we had 3x plus y, x minus 5y as the numerator, then over the denominator, which is 3 into x plus 5y, x minus 5y. And since we have terms that are going to cancel, so this cancels, and so you have your answer as 3x plus y over 3 into x plus 5y. And that's how it is done, quite easily done. So thank you for watching, and keep checking for more videos to come. Thank you.